There is no real way to measure or compare the importance of one body system against another. All are imperative to keep you operating smoothly. A car, for example, cannot run without its engine. It also cannot run without tires or a gas tank. Like the parts of a car, each body system is in place to guide a specific process. Let's go a bit deeper, though. Imagine if one body system contributed to the ability of other body systems to function optimally. We do know such a system exists. It's called the immune system, and its primary job is to look out for your health. There are many analogies that can be used to describe how the immune system functions. An orchestra with instruments that play in harmony, or a professional sports team with top-performing players. Whatever the analogy, the end goal is the same. Your immune system exists to help you keep the good stuff and get rid of the bad stuff. 4-Life Transfer Factor acts as a moderator of immune cell actions, balancing processes, bolstering key cells, and educating the immune system. It does this by supporting specific immune system actions called the 3 Rs. Your cell phone was not the first to possess impressive facial recognition technology. Your immune cells have employed something similar since you were born. Newcomers are constantly trying to make themselves at home in your body, and your immune system's job is to identify them and label them as friend or foe. Efficiency and expediency in the recognition phase are crucial. The system must act quickly so its response will be effective. 4-Life Transfer Factor assists in the success of the response phase. Using its keen memory database, 4-Life Transfer Factor aids in speeding up recognition and helps cells more accurately identify what should be kept or discarded. After identification is complete, your body calls in the troops. Specific immune cells tasked with ridding your body of potential health threats are activated and deployed. When in action, these responders destroy what your body has labeled as foe, leaving the friends untouched. It's a high-level operation with little room for error. Failure to terminate a harmful invader can lead to its multiplication and eventual takeover. Natural killer cells are an immune cell type that does just as their name implies: kill off health threats. Recent independent laboratory studies show that 4-Life Transfer Factor bolsters natural killer cell activity in the presence of a health threat. Every health threat encountered by your body leaves its unique fingerprint in a comprehensive database. This database includes important information on past invaders, like their identifying traits and instructions on how to defeat them should they find their way back. This immune memory is important because cells are constantly regenerating. Consider a newborn who has not been exposed to much. How do they survive with limited immune information? The answer lies in their mother's immune system. Mothers pass important immune information to their newborns. Much of this immune memory in mammals comes from colostrum, or mother's first milk. In other species, such as birds, it comes from nutrients found in the egg. 4-Life Transfer Factor grants access to additional immune memory, specifically from chickens and cows. Both chickens and cows are exposed to countless health threats on a frequent basis and possess heroic immune systems. 4-Life Transfer Factor contains cow colostrum and chicken egg yolks. These specific ingredients, when consumed, have been shown to increase antibodies, which in turn supports your body in remembering potential health threats.